Yo, what's up everyone? Colby Cheese here with another full game commentary. This time I'm going to be playing some Lucian in ranked here. And I thought this was a freaking awesome game. Now on Lucian, I just pick up standard 80 carry runes. I've got 4% lifesteal from Quince, and then the rest of it is attack damage, armor, and MR for yellows and blues. And I'll take the 2190 for my masteries. And starting off with a Doran's blade in the lane here. Now you sometimes can get poked down if you're not careful, but that Doran's blade will allow you to get off quite a bit of damage, have that extra tankiness, and you can get some life still as long as you're playing it carefully. Now I'm going to be playing against a Caitlyn and Sona here, so it's going to be hard for me to actually get off decent poke. And oh my god, I just took a huge chunk of damage from that Sona Q, and I'm going to have to be careful about that. Now, there's a little bit of action here in our jungle with Lucian, and I decided to go ahead and roam up, see if I can help out, because there is a good potential for us to get kills. Now, unfortunately, the enemy team actually responded to it as well, and I wasn't even able to get in range of attacking anyone until everyone was already dead. We lost 3 people, almost myself. I had to burn my flash. They got an exhaust off as well, so that was probably the worst possible situation that could be there. Also, another thing that sucks is my lane was pushing, so I'm actually still level 1, whereas their Caitlyn's probably going to be like level 3 by the time I get back to lane. And overall, that's going to put me in a huge disadvantage, as well as our jungler, as he's going to be way far behind. So this is already going to be a really difficult game for me as an AD carry, and all I'm going to be able to really do right now at this point is just farm up as much as possible. And by the way, guys, I just want to ask, if you actually like these full game commentaries that I've been doing, please let me know by hitting the like button down there. And holy crap, there we go, we got a little bit of a gank. So even though Mumu got counter jungle a little bit, we did get a gank off. Now ended up being a 1-for-1 as Lucian came back in. However, anything that I can get, I'll take. Now unfortunately I only got the kill and I wasn't able to pick it up, but either way I'm gonna do what I can to stay in this. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, if you guys want to see more of these, if I can get like 1,000 likes on this video, I'll just start pumping these out like one after another. Otherwise, if you're, if they're just, it's moderately popular, you guys don't really mind, then maybe I'll just do them, every couple of days or something like that, whenever I see fit. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of this, definitely let me know. Give me that like button, and I will pump out a bunch more of these commentaries. So, anyways, a little bit of poke going on there. That Sona is a beast. I'm already low on mana. That's one thing about Lucian, is he can run out of mana extremely fast. Of course, I haven't been back to buy after just having to leave earlier. And so I'm going to have to do my best to just sit here and auto-attack the minions down as much as possible until I find a good chance to go back. Now, I might be able to do it right here after this wave, now that they decided to go back. So I'm going to pick up this cannon wave and head back myself. So, I was telling my mid laner that he's going to need to help ward the jungle, because Lucian has been counter-drawing the hell out of our Mumu. He just stole another red, and there he is once again in the jungle. And this is really bad for us. I'm going to try and run up just to see if there's anything I can do. Not really. I wasn't expecting to, but I need to get back down bottom and farm. I need to stop running up to help out. They're going to have to deal with that on their own, because if I keep going up there, I'm just going to fall really far behind. As you notice, I'm already like 2 levels behind, and I wasn't even able to follow up at that point there, because that Caitlyn and Sona already had up there before I could even get there, and all the creeps were at my turret. So that was not so good for our team. You can tell that that Lucian is just putting huge pressure. He's pretty much single-handedly putting this game in their hands right now, and that's one thing. If you are a good counter jungler, you can pretty much win a game by yourself. Like almost doesn't matter what the rest of your team's doing, because you're going to snowball every single one of your lanes just by counter jungling, putting their jungle behind to where they can't put pressure, and all that many different things. Now we've got a 4-man gank coming down here. Kassadin doing a good job of roaming, and so that's going to allow us to get a kill. Unfortunately, still no KS for me, but I don't care as long as Kassadin's getting fed. He can carry for sure. What a big champion, especially when played correctly. Now, looks like we may have been going for the dragon there. Was a really bad idea. Mumu got popped for it, as you can see, and we're pretty much going to both die here. There's an ultimate on the cast, and he gets shut down, and I really doubt I can get out of this one. In fact, there we go. There's the flash into the Q. Lucian, what is this, insect smurf? I have no idea, man. That is freaking insane. I hate playing against a good Lucian, and this guy definitely knows what he's doing so far, so this is really not fun for me at this point, and I'm really just going to do my best to try and farm up once again losing even more creeps at the turret there, so I really hate this. As you can see, Malphite up top is doing well at farming. He's at level 10, so I'm 3 levels behind that point. Caitlyn level 9. Either way, though, we are strong enough to push in on this, as you can see, and somehow stepped on that Caitlyn trap. I hate freaking Caitlyn traps, man. They increased the range of those a while back, and like I'm still not used to it, and I always step on them when I don't think I'm going to. Now I'm dashing in here. Amumu got an ultimate off and did allow me to grab the kill, so good guy Amumu at least doing his part to try and get me fed and back into the game. I did mention to them that I was having a little bit of trouble, and I'm way behind on CS. I just keep losing CS from having to go back or getting killed, and all the minions get pushed to my turret, and you know, that's just one of those things. It really sucks when that happens, and you just do what you can to make up for it. Lane, I'm not in the lane, so I'm not going to be able to get too much farming here. Luckily, she's shoving the lane, so that allows me to get a little bit of CS at the turret, although it is about to go down. I pull the creeps away from the turret, as you can see, to at least keep it alive just a little bit longer for now. I do have the double buff, so that's helping me out a little bit. It's harder for her to trade with me. In fact, Lucian is just so damn strong in general that she really wouldn't be able to trade with me unless Sona got in there and started putting some Qs and auto attacks with her passive on me. That's really, I'm more scared of Sona in most lanes than I am of the ADC. And that was a good ult flash from the Sona, and I completely whiffed my ulti. That was a huge mistake. I just didn't mean to click there. Either way, Lucian comes in and, whoa, big surprise, picks up the kill onto me there. So hang on one sec. Nom nom, good sip of water. Gotta keep that throat fresh, and there we go, nice ulti. As Amumu was waiting in that bush there, and he's able to pick up the kill onto the enemy ADC. That gives me a little bit more time here in the lane to just sit here and farm up. And my goal in this particular game, considering how the early game has been, is just to allow my team to hold on, and I'm just going to farm bottom as much as possible, and that's the best way for me to catch up from being behind. I've had a few games like this, one definitely on Nasus earlier, where I was extremely far behind. I got totally shut down by the enemy jungler, and I just started to farm up in the top lane, and you know, just told the teams to kind of stall a little bit, and I ended up coming back to carry. That's my whole plan for this one. Now, popping my ultimate there onto that Sona since I wasn't in range, and I wanted to get off as much damage as possible. As soon as I got in range, cancel ultimate and start doing your auto attacks. Now, keep in mind on Lucian, you do way more damage with your combo of spells and your passive auto attacks than you do with your ultimate. So if you're in range, don't use ultimate. Do not use ultimate. You need to always use your auto attack combos. But if you are not in range, or if you're running away or something like that, and you can't auto attack and combo, that's when you want to go ahead, turn on your ultimate, and start using that to do some damage as well. Alright, so as you can see, they are shoving into our base. I'm doing my best to at least hold them off the bottom here, and I'm going to come in from behind, see if I can pick up some kills. We did lose our inhibitor, it looks like. Popping in my ultimate there to pick up a little bit of damage. Not able to get a kill. I'm trying to go for that Teemo as he's running away. Got a little bit of dot damage onto me, and that Mordekaiser is a bit tankier than I thought, so I did go down to him. I would not have stayed in if I thought that he would be alive for so long. I was pretty sure at the point there that I would be able to just pop him a few times and he would go down. Was wrong, and I paid the price. But there we go. Now I know how far behind we are. So I'm going to run in here. Looks like our laner is getting caught. I'm going to try and pick up a kill onto this Lucian, and he does get away to the Sona. Juke out the ultimate from her. Kind of missed part of mine once again. And here's a teleport coming in from our team, and there's the ultimate. Nice job from Dignitos, and that's a kill for me onto the Sona. And looks like the Teemo is getting out of there. I'm just hanging out with the Amumu, seeing what he wants to do here, but I'm going to back off, and not a good idea at all. In fact, that's Caitlyn just destroyed me with her ultimate. She had so much damage on that. So really just a huge mistake on both my part and Amumu staying in there and not expecting them to come back through that bush. But so bad plays, just really bad plays. You gotta really pay attention to that stuff, and I just completely whiffed it in that respect. But I am going to come up here. Looks like there's a little bit of action happening. I'm able to pick up a kill onto the Mordekaiser with my ulti, and so been getting a couple of kills here and there. I'm slowly getting back into the game, as you can see, with all of the creeps pushing into my base. That gives me free farm essentially, as I'm able to pick up all of them, and I'm going to do my best to just defend the base as much as possible. There's no point for me to like push out and try and take objectives, because I'm getting free farm from 3 different lanes where all of the minions are pushing, and that's going to allow me to catch back up and get strong enough to actually start to carry this game. Now I'm picking up a Trinity Force here. After this game and after a little bit of thinking, I've realized that it's probably not best it's not best to build Trinity Force with a Bork. Honestly, it would be better to go for a Bloodthirster and then a Trinity Force. I think the math works better there. If I'm doing a Bork from now on, I'm probably gonna do Bork into an Infinity Edge or do a Bloodthirster into a Trinity Force. One of those two options. Those are both really strong. It's hard to say what is the better choice, to be honest. I think it's just really up to preference and what you really prefer. Anyways, back to the game here. This Cassidy is starting to get really big. He's running around picking people off. So the enemy team they're kind of not playing this correctly. They need to be grouping up and shoving us down as a team because they have really a clear advantage. But as you can see, they're kind of splitting off and allowing our Cassidy do his job, what he does best, which is just pick people off and run all over the place and go nuts. And inadvertently, they're allowing me to farm up and get big as well. So we're starting to get a chance to actually come back into this game. We've evened up the kills. They're definitely ahead right now in terms of how much gold they have because they've got so many more objectives than us. We've only got 2 turrets. We're looking at Baron. We think they were going to go there, but it looks like they either weren't there yet or they were baiting it out. Luckily, I'm able to do quite a bit of damage to that Mordekaiser, but they did come around from behind and take me out. They weren't able to follow up for any more kills, luckily, so it was only me that died, and I think we got like 3 kills out of that. 1 for 3 trade, definitely worth it in my opinion. And right now, I'm telling the team that I'm trying to give them some positive reinforcement, tell them that we definitely have a chance to win this, that I am farmed up. I was able to catch up. Now I'm actually, I think, ahead of Caitlyn right now in terms of gold and, you know, farm and items and all that good stuff. So I'm feeling really good right now in fights as long as I can get some good positioning. Our Caitlyn gets caught just a little bit there, and unfortunately it looks like the Lucian had a ward and he came up on me. I whiffed my ulti just a little bit there, but I turned it off immediately, started doing more damage, and my Cassidy luckily decided to respond, picked up the kill, and I come in from behind, safely able to just pop out that Mordekaiser. He was super tanky there, but we had enough damage to finish him off. We did lose 3 people there, but luckily I was alive to come back here and save our inhibitor. Now, if you saw that, those creeps were hitting the inhibitor, but if you stand right in front of the creep, then it'll switch priorities and turn to you, and that's how I caused it to stop attacking the inhib. Now I'm building up into the Infinity Edge, got that BF sword ready to go, so this is going to get really scary once I finish that item off. And things are starting to heat up. It's getting really high pressure at this point because the next team to make a huge mistake and lose a team fight might actually cause themselves to lose the game, especially us. Now, they'll probably hang in there a little bit longer because we haven't taken enough objectives. I got stopped in my ulti from the Sona, but I was able to get out of there. The Mordekaiser put his ulti on me, so I just hung back just a little bit, make sure they didn't jump onto me, and we're able to clean that up, get the ace, and we will be pushing now. Everybody is really low, and so what we need to do is take this turret and just back off right after that. But unfortunately, my team doesn't really want to do that. So instead, they're going to go ahead and try and dive with no HP against this Caitlyn. And she's going to go ahead and get the Quadra. No thank you. Not going to let her get the Penta. I do not want that to happen at all. So that puts them in a pretty damn good position, actually. So I'm going to have to go back and do what I can to defend at the base. And I'm not going to do anything crazy here. I'm going to do a little bit of damage to that Teemo and come back, get my mobility boots ready to go, and jump back into the fight. We get a nice ultimate, take out the Sona, and this Mordekaiser is going down as well. Now that allows us just a little bit of extra time to shove out, and they did go for the Baron, but our Cassidy cleaned that up very quickly, and Lee Sin on the other side of the wall. This is going to be interesting because he might actually be able to steal us, and unfortunately the Amumu just fails his smite, so Lee Sin grabs a free Baron off of us. And honestly, what we should have done was either shoved right there or, you know, just not filled the smite, I guess. One or the other, we'll see. But either way, I grab a dragon, I'm going to jump back and go to base, and what we need to do here is regroup and just kind of wait it out a little bit. We're going to regroup, shove back out, and see if we can win the next fight. I do feel that we are strong enough to win these next team fights as long as we play it correctly. Now, this is where the game ends, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. But my team decided to engage a 4v5 out in the open for no apparent reason, completely throwing the game, and that's it. They just got caught out while I was healing up from the last fight, and that's it. We definitely had a 100% chance of winning this game, but they threw it, and that is solo queue for you guys. So sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't, but either way, this is how you would have come back and won it, was for me, like farming it, and obviously Cassidy did really well, but overall, one big mistake loses the game. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you around next time. I'm Kobe Cheese. Peace out.